Howdy do y'all, this is John, and today we are talking about Passenger, a new movie out in theaters right now. And in Passenger, it deals with this couple. They are engaged and they are living this life in vans. They're part of the nomadic van life community. And they witness this car crash. And by just simply stopping at the scene of the crash, they accidentally invite this demon that caused the crash into their van. Said demon starts causing problems, and the two have to figure out a way to put an end to this haunting. And thus we have a movie. Now, to get things started, first and foremost, what I liked about the movie, I do think that as simple as the narrative is, it is actually quite good and in a way somewhat original. While the concept of a demon coming to kill you within a certain amount of time is not original, the haunted highway element of the movie is original. When it comes to haunting movies, we usually see haunted, houses, mansions, buildings. We don't ever hear about haunted highways, even though they exist as much as haunted houses do. I'm not kidding. There are highways with ghosts, entities going on within them. And they're sometimes just as freaky as haunted houses. But do you know how often we get those kind of movies? Not very often. So yes, Passenger does have an original take on this, used story by just simply changing the location of the hauntings. You also like the two main characters in the movie. They are two characters with two very different mindsets, however, kind of manage to find a way to live together, to attempt to share a life together, as evidenced by the fact that they are engaged. The actors portraying them do a good job and help to make them even more likable. They're not perfect people, but they're not a-holes. They're not the kind of people that you just simply want to see get killed. Quite the opposite. You want them to get the heck out of Dodge. And as far as the horror element goes, I think it's good, but it's not director Andre Øvredal's best. Andre Øvredal, he's the director of this movie. He's this Norwegian filmmaker. He is real dang good at horror. But like I said, this isn't exactly his scariest movie. His scariest movie, without a doubt, is still, in my opinion, The Autopsy of Jane Doe. However, that doesn't mean that he did a bad job on this movie. There's still that familiar tension, suspense buildup that he is known for. However, he also, for some reason, added some jump scares into this movie. It's not a jump scare overload kind of film. There's only a few. However, I do know a lot of people don't like jump scares, even if they are effective and, actually used properly. So it is something worth mentioning about. However, I just simply did not find this film to be as scary as, his best work. In terms of problems with the movie, there is this one element to it where, despite the fact that it's not a long movie, it's only 90 minutes, it did feel like there were moments where they were padding out the runtime. Now I get, a movie, it's best at an hour 15 minutes. However, it doesn't always have to be exactly 90 minutes. I know the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a great example of that. It's not exactly 90 minutes long, but it's still long enough to qualify as an hour and a half. That movie did not feel like they were padding out the runtime at all. Every scene in that movie felt necessary. I would not say the exact same thing with Passenger, though. Another thing worth mentioning is that there are characters in the movie that are introduced that we're told, are a big deal, but they don't do anything with them. Case in point, there's this other character who's part of, the van life community, complete nomad, been doing this for 20 years or so. And she provides some important exposition, but other than that, she doesn't do anything. And they try to make her a bigger deal than just this exposition character. And really, that's all she is. Just an exposition character. Nothing else. Another thing worth mentioning is the fact that they showed the demon instead of not showing it at all. I think it would have been best to not show it at all. They do at least do one decent thing, which is wait a while before, when you see it. But when you do see it, first of all, I don't think you should have seen it at all. But secondly, it looks like Nicolas Cage from Longlegs. Good movie, but why did they make the demon look like Nicolas Cage from Longlegs? So guys, at the end of the day, in my opinion, this is not Andre Overdall's best work. I think he's done a lot better. Case in point, The Autopsy of Jane Doe. But in my opinion, this was still a good, fine horror movie. Nothing special about it at all. And if you guys want to check it out, I would say go for it. Again, it's nothing great, but it's a good way to kill 90 minutes. I'm going to give Passenger a 7. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please look forward to more videos real soon. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. Please don't forget us have a scheduled channel. We do gaming content. Please go check it out. As per usual, please remember, the Badetsky will return.